Hi, it's Alex here, and I'm here with Marco. He's a member of the DBH movement, DBH Mastermind. He's a professional algorithmic trader and a fund owner and manager. He has currently, with his business partners, $6 million under management in this growing fund. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to go from an investor or a trader to starting and running your own fund. And we're going to go into detail, like how do you actually get clients, like how you convince people to give you a bunch of money to invest, to have you invested inside your fund, right? So welcome, Marco.
Thank you very much for having me here.
And who do you think, in your expert opinion, who do you think this video is for? In other words, when did you decide to start a fund? Like, when were you qualified, or how did that process go?
When you qualify to launch or create a fund?
Yeah.
Well, this can be directed to traders and financial traders, crypto traders, and in general, everyone that is managing or running an investment strategy of any type.
Okay.
And after having some solid results, so you know what you're doing, and you're having returns on the markets. So those are the kind of individuals that we are targeting here right now.
Okay. And how long ago did you start exactly?
I started back in 2010, between 2010 and 11. But I've been managing investors' money since 2013.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. And what does it mean that you're an algorithmic trader? Because maybe some people watching this like, I don't even know what that is. So what does it mean exactly?
Yeah, so there are several ways where you can running an investment strategy on the markets. Basically, algorithmic trading is referred to the use of computer algorithms to buy and sell in any kind of financial markets without human intervention. So it's all automated. It can be all automated by algorithms, but it can also be not fully automated. It just can be something that is going to guide you towards buying something or selling something else, and you're going to be the one clicking the mouse and doing the trades. Or it can be fully automated, and you can just supervise the algorithmic systems doing the work, and that's basically it.
And can this trading process, can it work in economic downturns, or is it does it work in all markets? How does it work exactly in that sense?
Yeah, algorithmic trading is referred to basically a set of logical rules where you instruct a computer.
Yeah.
The financial trades and buy and sell operations in your place instead of you. So you can do basically this on every kind of markets. You just need access to the markets through some broker and some softwares, some platforms, some softwares that's going to allow you to do those trades and getting access to the markets. And yeah, definitely it can be something that can work in falling markets, very optimistic markets, in whatever kind of markets, downturn, whatever.
Interesting. And does this work? Like, I know people do this in forex. I know people do this in commodities. I know people do this in just stock exchange.
Stocks, cryptos, yeah.
So crypto as well. So anyone watching this who is an expert in any of those, or maybe even more, I'm not like an expert, obviously, but all of them can run a business like this, essentially, right?
Yeah, basically any individual that is already having some sort of results, some good results on the markets. It can be every kind of markets. Right now there is a lot of hype around cryptocurrencies, but it's just not about cryptos. It can be every kind of markets, commodities, forex, stocks, whatever. Yeah, futures markets, options. It can be many things. But yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as you are an individual that has some positive results, and you have the confidence that you can replicate these results over a bigger amount of money, or also for investors, that's definitely something you can that you may want to look for.
So what if someone's a good trader, but maybe they're thinking to themselves, yeah, but I'm pretty good. However, there's all these big companies doing this. Why shouldn't my potential clients go and knock on the door of all these big companies? Why should they work with me? What would you say to that person?
Well, first of all, I suggest to try to answer that question for your own. If you don't know why some clients should be choosing you instead of another one, that's the basic issue. But apart from jokes, there is a lot of space for emerging traders and new funds in general. As soon as you have very, very good results, and more than results, it's also about, in the investment field, it's also about having a very strong risk management. So just to translate this expression, it's about not losing that much money while you're getting returns from the market. So the lowest the losses and the risk in investing with you, the better. Because in general, for a investor psychology, let's say, pain is always greater than pleasure. So we are all getting attracted to returns and making money, but in reality, we made a decision based on we don't want to lose money. We want to avoid the pain of losing money. So the better you're doing your trading, the better is your strategy in managing the risk and keeping the losses as low as possible. That is going to be a huge advantage and also a unique selling point, let's say.
Solid track record, essentially, and potentially higher ROI as well.
Yes, the IRI, it's something that attracts eyes on you.
And maybe you also offer, is it true that you also offer much more personalized solutions, or at least you're personally talking, you're the manager, you're the business owner, you're personally talking to the actual clients, and you know they can call you and talk to you if they need to. Does it work like that as well, or is it very structurized, or how does it work?
Well, it depends on how you want to build the business.
Yeah.
Of course. That can be an advantage if you want to structure it as in a way that there is direct contact with the manager. So your money is kept safe by a real human being, and you know my face, and I'm gonna be in contact with you directly. That can be something as a marketing strategy as well. Yes. Otherwise, the way that I'm working, and most of the working, is that there is not much direct contact between the actual trader and the single investors, but usually there is a team of people and people that are managing those kind of communication with the clients, especially in hard times where they want to complain with you. You as a trader, you don't want to be influenced by their emotions as much as possible.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like while you're offering your service and you're running your service, in this case, trading the markets with your strategy, and you're passing a turbulent moment, that it's quite normal, it can happen, and it will always happen to anybody. You want to be very, very calm and keep focusing on your process, not being influenced by doubts and emotion from worried clients. At the same time, you want to be able to have a team, or you want you to be able to communicate in a very professional way, so that you can soothe the fears and calm down the worriness of the investor. That's something quite important. It's not just about trading the markets and getting returns and getting results. You really need to being able to communicate with the clients in a good way, a professional way. or having a team that is going to do this.
Right. And what if there's, let's say there's a downturn, or it's just someone just loses money, right?
Yeah.
So maybe someone watching this video, he wants to start a fund, but he's afraid that 10 people are going to suddenly call him and say, I want my money, you took it, I want it back right now, you have 5 minutes. Like, is this something to be afraid of? Like, how do you, because I mean, eventually something this is bound to happen, right? So
Yeah.
how do you either prevent it, deal with it, or like, what is the process here?
Right. Actually, it's a good fear to have, and that's why you want to have a clear process and a clear agreement, written agreement signed at the beginning. You want to put down the basics of the collaboration and the conditions, numerical conditions, before starting the work, before trading for investors. And otherwise, it's going to be a mess, let's say. And you don't want that. You want to avoid that as much as possible. And the way to do that is to having clear agreements from the beginning, a very, very clear and honest and transparent communication with the clients. Okay, this is gonna be the scenario if something goes wrong. And what I'm going to do in the case of some losses, for example, in my case, or in general, some good practice is to put a maximum limit of the losses and stop all trading activities if you reach that level of losses. Let's say minus 15%. If my trading strategy is going to touch that minus 15%, the trading is going to stop. Then we can negotiate again what are we going to do from now. But the agreement was telling me this, that if I'm going to touch that, I'm going to stop the trading, and I'm going to do that. If you don't respect that, then it's your problem, and you know what you're going to encounter as a situation. But having this in place within a clear agreement and having clear communication with the clients, it's crucial. It's very, very important, as you said. Yeah, very good point.
Okay. This, of course, we're talking about kind of, let's say, the thing that happens only once in a while, and only some clients would freak out. But you're saying have a clear agreement and have proper structures inside the company to stop trading, and maybe renegotiate if some losses or certain losses are made. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, and in general, you're gonna get, as a trader or as a fund manager, you're gonna get a lot of complaints, and it's part of the game. You need to be able to diffuse yourself from those hot emotions from clients, and it will happen even before the maximum loss level. They're gonna start saying, "I want to quit this thing. I want to go out. I want my money back," something like that. Even if you are way below your maximum losses, your maximum agreed losses. And what is essential here is that you are really, really strong, you or your team, that you're really, really strong in communication and being able to influence them, that you're doing the right thing, that you're respecting the terms of the agreement. And if you have real confidence, you want to influence them to stay there, because most probably the next profit is around the corner, just after a loss period. So if they're gonna exit at that moment, after just one loss or just one bad month, for example, the risk is that they're gonna miss out. It's a real risk. It's not just about influencing them or persuading them. It's a real risk that they're gonna miss out a positive moment, a positive phase in the markets. And that happened to me sometimes, and it sucks, because then you're gonna need to contact them again and say, "Look, this is what you miss out because you exited in the wrong moment." And, but yeah.
And basically, we're going to talk about sales in a few minutes, but learning, because you had to learn sales, obviously. You're getting these people signed up. Do you do it yourself? Do you get them signed up yourself, by the way?
I started without doing it myself.
Ah,
What I mean by that is that I got contacted, or I reached out to investment companies in the beginning, or other funds, basically, to collaborate. And they were doing all the marketing and all the sales. They
yeah.
were closing the clients. And they were also responsible to present my product and do all the marketing.
Okay.
But it's definitely something that you can start doing also on your own. And it's really, really advisable to being able in general to do proper sales. Even if it's just a communication or a call with an existing fund that you want to reach out as a novel trader, you want to be able to convince them that you're good enough, or that you have something good, that your product is good. Be able to convince them about that. Not only show the results, and that's another point as well, that proving your results. Not just that, you need to being able to present yourself as someone professional. And so yeah.
Okay. And how has becoming better at sales helped you with, so we were talking like a few minutes ago about managing client expectations and just managing clients in general. How did becoming better at sales make you a better communicator, so you're better able to manage all these problems that tend to pop up sometimes?
Yeah. What is funny about trading is that most of the people that is getting involved in trading is that they don't want to have to deal with other human beings. They just want to work from a beach and with a laptop and trading the markets wherever in the world. Pretty cool, but people's skills are the crucial element of every business, and especially in the investment industry. Why? Well, because it's all about trust in every business. Again, we can say that. It's even more real and true about the investment industry, because trust in the investment industry is involved in the dealing with other people's money and other people's fear of losing money. So the more you're able to convince the investors or other collaborators that they can trust you, that your strategy is well built and you're very, very strong in risk management, and that you can deliver results by not putting too much risk. That's something very, very, very important, to being able to communicate this. And this is where sales skills are coming from, coming in place.
And we had recently we had a few guys join who have some, well, certain kinds of trade investing, sometimes in crypto, sometimes under other markets. So they had that kind of experience, and some of them are like seem very introverted, or some of them don't seem to be to have the sales experience. They don't seem to be the guys who want to go out and talk to a lot of people. Can they still get good at that? Like, were you just good at talking to people automatically from the beginning, or were you like very extroverted, or how did that go for you?
Well, in my case, my first initial turning point was about reading the Dale Carnegie book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So if you are at level 0 in people skills and social skills, for example, just read that book at the very beginning. And just after reading that book, for example, in my case, I saw an improvement in how many new contacts I was having, and in the way that I was reaching out to existing funds, and the way that I was communicating also during potential conflicts. Like, you said that you would have done that and this, and no, but you need also to being able to communicate and persuade people that you are the right guy, that your product is the right one, and to make them feel that collaborating with you is the right thing. So for those guys that are starting out and they are not pretty natural extroverts or natural at social skills. I always say that, yeah, as a trader, you want to be able to be one of the best in trading the markets, correct? But if you really want to make a difference, you really want to boost your social skills and people skills. It's so essential. That's what I got from my experience in general.
Interesting. And let's talk about the actual like funnels and how to get all these people interested in investing in your fund and so on. So how do you currently, so you have an online funnel, right? And what do you do? Like, how does the process work more or less? Do you contact B2B? Do you contact B2C? What do you do exactly?
Yeah, in the very beginning, and also so on, I mainly focused on B2B kind of contacts and reaching out and being reached out on social media platforms. And so by having a profile on those channels, you can easily start, let's say, your funnel. You can build your funnel there. And an essential part of my online funnel was about also a platform to show your results and to prove your results. Something that like a third-party verification of your results. It's like avoiding the issue of self-claiming that you're good enough. You want something else. You want a third-party platform that can show your results with the statistics and everything about your returns over investment. And that platform combined with that side of proving my results combined with a simple social media strategy to reach out and being reached out and get connected with other professionals in this industry, helping me out to build my business.
And yeah, and then you get them on calls from, let's call it referrals and from social media. So yes. Who do you want to get on calls? Like who's the exact, like who's the ideal person, let's say, who you would want to get on a call right now to join your fund?
Well, I'm not getting too much single investors contacting me directly, even if it can be done. It's just that I'm not doing that, but it can be done in your funnel. I'm more about connecting with people that are introducing investors. So some level, you can call them connectors, or basically they are called in the industry like introducing brokers or introducing agents, people that knows investors. And you want to connect with them. And most of the time, if you have a very solid profile online, you're gonna be contacted by them.
Oh, interesting.
That's what happened, for example, this weekend. Before this call, I got a call, for example, just to say an example, from a guy from London, and he was looking for new traders because he has contacts of many investors, and he was looking for a professional money manager and trader to collaborate with. And in general, they get a split of the performance fees by trading his clients. So that's a kind of that's the way of collaborating with those kind of people. So you're gonna get contacted directly by them, or you can contact them. So you can look out for them, that kind of people. And then you want to get them on a call just to proceed with the usual sales process and close a potential deal or close a collaboration of any form.
Okay, interesting. And what kind of stuff do they say on the calls? Like, what are some of the things they ask you, or what are some difficult questions or difficult things that they say that you need to deal with, basically? What kind of objections do they give you?
Yeah, the main objection is about how can you prove that your results are real?
Oh, okay. Good one, right?
Yeah, it's a delicate point, and My usual answer is that that we can start, for example, with a test account where you can see that the results that I'm having on my master account that I show with you are the same trades that you're getting on your test account. That's one strategy. Especially if you're starting out, you want something like that. You don't want to being too arrogant and close the doors just because they don't believe your results. It's normal. Just accept that. And if you put yourself in their shoes, it's normal. There are a lot of fake traders out there, or people that claim to being able to deliver very, very good results, but they are not. And also for those guys that are showing realistic results, there's always the risk that there is some hidden trick behind. Like, are you hiding some losses somehow? And so in the end, it's just about proving that what you're doing is real and proving that what you're doing is valuable enough for their clients and their investors. And other objections. No, I would say, yeah, the main objection is just about proving your results. Are your results for real? And then normally by just you can counter that objection by saying that why don't we start, for example, with a test account? It's not a big commitment for them, and it's going to be a test account for a specific time window, not definitely for too many months. Something very specific with an end date. And other questions that I'm getting are just about describing your trading strategy, describing especially how are you managing the risk. Those are also very important questions that you want to be able to answer with confidence and with no bullshit. Let's say.
Okay. So let's say that there's traders or investors, there's guys watching this right now, and they're interested in getting started with this. So the most important process to actually turn into a fund are, well, sales, of course, deal making and sales, right? And then the second one would be lead generation, how to actually get on calls with all these people, how to connect with all these people, right? So obviously we teach this in DBH, but would it be okay if people messaged you directly? Would you like that? And if someone's actually qualified, if they have a track record, and if they want to run a fund, should they message you to find out like how they can build their own fund?
Oh, definitely. It would be a pleasure. Yeah.
So what is the best way of reaching you?
I would say, so for example, I can give my email or about, for example, my profile online. I would say.
Which profile? Facebook?
Facebook or LinkedIn.
Yeah, let's do Facebook. Perhaps just easy, you know, just click message and it works. So
yeah. So they can find me like with if they write Marco Trader.
Yeah, Marco with a C and then Trader. They can message you and ask you, how do I build a fund? And then you can help them, right?
Yeah, with pleasure.
Yeah, and in case anyone's watching this, I mean, obviously I asked Marco this before. He said, okay, just confirming that everyone knows.
That's quite similar to when I started out, for example, I tried to reach out to other traders or fund owners. And so I understand that it's valuable if you can get in contact with someone else that is already doing what you would like to do. I'm not considering a mentor myself, but I got a lot of opportunity by just reaching out. And that's something else that you want people's skills as well. So anyway.
Okay, awesome. Well, I don't think there's many people with your name on Facebook, so it should be easy to find. So other than that, thank you very much. It's very valuable insight into how funds can be started and who's qualified. I thought it was very valuable, even though I'm not in the industry. But I think a lot of people are in the industry who are watching this, so I hope they get a lot of value out of this as well. So by the way, anyone watching this, everyone watching this, if you'd like more free videos like this, and if you'd like to get more content about trading, out of building businesses, about entrepreneurship, about business models, sales, and so on, everything that you need to succeed basically, then please subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you have any questions for me, then comment below in this video or private message me on Facebook. My name is Alex Vitkin, obviously. So, and if you have specific questions about trading and how to build a fund, then message Marco, Marco Trader on Facebook. All right, well, thank you very much for your time, Marco. I really appreciate it. And see you in the mastermind.